Marvel Rivals dropped on December 6th and it is generating a lot of buzz in the gaming community. I mean, there is no shortage of content coming out for this game on YouTube right now. But is this game an Overwatch killer? That's what we're here to find out. My name is XenoCloud, let's snap our fingers to erase half the population and get right into this thing. So the game's been out for over a week now and it's already got over 10 million players registered worldwide, hitting a peak concurrent players of 480,990 players on Steam alone. That puts it as the 20th highest game with peak concurrent players on Steam, but if you look at other titles on this list, a lot of them are from this year or last year. Except Banana. I don't know what Banana is. The game launched with a whopping 33 Marvel characters, but only 8 maps. With this many characters at launch, there is endless replayability and so much to learn, but the lack of more maps really hinders the experience. I feel like I get deja vu every 30 minutes on this game. With so many characters in the MCU, it's not surprising that NetEase, the company behind the game, already has 12 more characters planned for the game. Among them is Deadpool, and I just gotta say, that'd be sick. I mean, I'd be down to play some Deadpool. I can only imagine the voice lines this character would have.
Francis! Francis! What the shit biscuit?
But I haven't seen any plans to release new maps. Hopefully they add more soon. One thing that's impressed me is the servers. Every time I press find match, the game wastes no time putting me into a match, and I've noticed little to no lag. There was an annoying bug where I kept getting stuck at 99% loading screen and half the match would go by before I even got into the match, but the easy fix was to switch the game from a hard drive to a solid state drive. Yeah, I know. Rookie mistake, guys. Aside from that, I've seen the devs and forums helping people fix bugs, and they've quickly put out patches to keep the game running smoothly. A strong release is an important asset to a game, and I feel like Marvel Rivals has nailed their release. Oh, okay, who should we be? Overwatch is a first-person hero shooter, while Marvel Rivals is a third-person hero shooter. Overwatch used to be 6v6, but it transitioned to 5v5, which, for a lot of people, myself included, was a dumb decision. Rivals is 6v6. I've played Overwatch for years, and now playing Marvel Rivals over the past few days, here are some early thoughts. I feel like Overwatch generally has a quicker time to kill than Marvel Rivals, and places a stronger emphasis on roles than Rivals does. Marvel Rivals actually doesn't even have role queue. As pointed out by many other content creators, each character in Rivals feels pretty strong in their own way. The support characters really pack a punch. Just look at Jeff the Landshark's ultimate. Bro has the ability to take the entire lobby out. Marvel Rivals also seems to take a more combo-oriented approach to damage. They've got tutorials for suggested combos, which is awesome. Take Captain America for example. If you shield bash someone 2 times in a row, you can then throw his shield a short distance up to 4 times. I'm not saying Overwatch doesn't have combo-oriented characters, I just feel like they're more emphasized in Rivals. Another great feature is the destructible environments. I love this feature, and it adds a unique factor to the gameplay. Taking cover behind a wall? Not for long you're not. Trying to flank the enemy but there's no doorway? Go ahead and make your own. It was a 200 IQ play from NetEase, and I hope they drop more maps with this feature soon. And finally, the talk of the town, the team up feature. This is just brilliant. By playing certain combinations of characters, you and your team can achieve a team up, which grants characters a new active or passive ability. This not only encourages teamwork and synergy, but it also gives player a whole extra reason to play a character. I personally love riding on Groot's shoulder as Rocket. Some say a drawback of this feature is that it could create some broken metas, but it's a hero shooter. Even without them, there's still going to be a meta. Overall, the Marvel Rivals gameplay is innovative and fun, but personally, I prefer the first-person perspective in Overwatch, and I feel like its gameplay is a bit more polished. That being said, it's still early days for Marvel Rivals, and Overwatch has had years and years to update their game. So, Overwatch has a cartoon art style that looks very smooth, while Rivals goes for a comic book art style that looks a bit rough around the edges. Both styles are pretty appealing in their own way. What about the characters? We've gotten to know these characters in Overwatch since 2016 through short films and in-game banter. But Marvel Rivals is the MCU, baby. They've got decades of character development and some of the most popular films of all time. Every Rivals character has a dedicated lore tab in the menu, and if that's not good enough, just go read the thousands of comic books that have been published. There's also this feature here which, to my understanding, if you play the game and do certain tasks, you unlock part of their story, which is, even more incentive to play. Overwatch might have more characters now, but launching with 33 characters versus Overwatch's 21 at launch is pretty hype. The designs though, I don't know man, I prefer Overwatch character design. I like the design in Rivals for the most part, but I feel like the art style holds it back a little. That's just preference though. The maps in Rivals look great, but they're definitely heavily inspired by both the MCU lore and Overwatch map layout. Both games have great menus, but Rivals really goes above and beyond in this aspect. Just look at how the game showcases the heroes. Unsurprisingly, there's a store, but it's a free game, so I can't be mad. The cosmetics are also cheaper in Rivals. The battle pass is also fairly cheap. I heard some criticism suggesting the devs made the base skins kind of bland in order to encourage purchasing skins, but I can't confirm if that's true or not. My biggest complaint with Rivals so far is this.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Please stop saying this. Do I think Marvel Rivals will kill Overwatch? No. No, Blizzard did that themselves. Overwatch 1, Overwatch the original, whatever you call it, Overwatch 2016 was a huge success and it captured the hearts of millions. I don't think Overwatch 2 will ever be as popular as the original. OW 2 was already declining in popularity before Marvel Rivals came out, but it still has a core audience who love its characters. While I hold no love for the changes that have been made over the years, I still enjoy coming back to the game every so often to check it out. For now though, I'll definitely be playing more Rivals, as I'm invested to see what they do next, and I still have to master its wide range of characters at launch. Overall, Marvel Rivals is a fun game that somewhat reminds me of Overwatch in the early days. I see tons of potential if they can release more maps and keep up the good work with the servers. And right now, although Overwatch isn't dead, Rivals is kicking its ass. So I'm gonna keep playing this, but what about you? Have you played Marvel Rivals? Have you played Overwatch 2 or its predecessor? What kind of changes do you want to see Marvel Rivals make, and do you think it's an Overwatch killer? Let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to XenoCloud, and I'll see you in the next one.